Hello and welcome to another drive-in double feature. I'm Ryan,
I'm Nathan.
and this is the podcast where we talk about two movies a week every Tuesday and Thursday. Uh, Nathan, I was having my local Zoom hangout. I still do those things. I never went out of the style for me for the pandemic. We all still all hang out on Zoom and just have a good time and talk about how much we love being quarantined.
Oh
We
yeah,
still
you're
do
you're you're
that.
you're still quarantined, still really terrified.
Mhm.
hmm
And anyway, one of the participants was saying, this Zoom hangout is so much fun, but it's even more fun is the Drive and Double Feature Patreon. It has some fun games, some fun conversations, just a good old time between some friends having a good laugh over there. And I said, oh yeah,
hmm
that does sound fun. And they say, I hope Nathan and Ryan realize how much we appreciate them. And I said, I think they know.
Oh, we know.
Yes. But like I said, it doesn't affect any regular content, only $5 a month. But today we're going to be talking about 2025's Don't Log Off, which is directed by the Bear Brothers. Um,
Wait, hold
this is a
on.
movie. What?
I'm just now realizing that this movie came out in 2025 and it was filmed in 2020. Oh my God.
Correct. You just
Holy,
now
I
realized
just
that.
this just all clicked together. Because I guess part
This
of me
movie,
thought this was a movie about the pandemic, but no, it was shot during the pandemic. What the
it
hell?
was shot during the pandemic, and it has this movie, like I said, came out 2025 on Tubi. Assuming because nobody wanted to own this movie or had to distribute it whatsoever,
hmm
because this movie was filmed during COVID. It's very obvious. This movie is one of those movies, kind of like Unfriended, War of the Worlds, that
Searching.
Searching, where it's just it's like a group of friends. They're all having their little Zoom hangout, and they're just the whole movie takes place through like an internet desktop screen.
Yeah, this has become like a micro trend. I think ever since like Unfriended kind of did, but Searching I feel like was really like the big one because that one was actually good. And I feel like I was looking on Tubi. There's a lot of screen movies. That's like a thing.
Right. It's probably one of the laziest ways to ever make a movie.
It's cheap. It's a very, very cheap way to make a movie because all you need is some webcams and that and maybe a digital designer to set up the applications and stuff.
Right, because any action scenes that do take place, it's like a very clearly like handheld, like this very shitty camera
hmm
that they use, and
hmm It's all on
it's
phone and everything.
hmm uh, but yeah, the main reason that we're getting together is it's Sam's birthday, one of the girls' birthday, so all the friends get together, which of course is we got Justin, we got Adam. Well, no, we don't have Justin. Justin's not there. I
Yeah,
guess,
no, yeah, Justin's the whoa. I don't want to slip up and say who the bad guy is.
well, there was Adam, Jacob, there was uh
Jess,
Jess,
Kyle,
Kyle.
Brian. There is a huge. This movie has too big of a cast, way too big of a bunch of characters to follow, in my
Oh,
opinion.
well, not only that, but there's like some other characters that just like appear for like
Oh,
a minute and then they
yeah.
don't come back.
Like
Like
the
there's
red herring character that just like pops up and it's just like happy birthday. And it's like I'm late, and then then the girl Sam's already missing at this point. So all of the characters are like, "What the hell? What are you doing here? What do you know? Where did you take her?" And then that was a red herring, and he's gone for the rest
well,
of the movie.
there's like the other friend, I think it's Kyle,
Mhm.
he's like I think he's like the gay character or whatever because he shows up and he's like, oh, like I'm not able to be here, for Sam's birthday.
That's
You'll have to let me know how it
right.
goes, and then he leaves,
I
and
forgot about him.
never hear from him again. That was just that's the only thing he did.
Well, and that's not
I
negative. I think the Bear Brothers really wanted to world build here. I think there's elements like this that make it feel like real life, right? Like and like that they had a life outside of just this core group. Um, I actually watched this. I watched this one with my fiance, and so
Oh
we
boy,
we had some fun banter and just talking about this movie. But her big point about this was that all of the people in this movie treat each other like garbage. For such a
I,
huge group of friends, they treat each other horribly. They're so mean.
there was not one time none of these characters are likable in my opinion.
Mhm.
They're all awful friends, and especially Adam is like a huge douchebag,
He is
and I'm just
joking the whole movie, even when
like
and awful.
you can't take 1 second serious at all, and he's just like, it's like, yeah, this is a prank, like this is
Mhm.
guys, and or it'll be like they'll literally watch like their friend get snatched away, and he's just like, oh no, like here comes the big spooky guy, ha ha ha, just and I would like so just like kick him or boot him from the chat and just be like, get the hell out of here type of thing. Like,
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I and they mute him multiple times in the movie. But him and Ariel Winter's character, who's probably the most famous person of the group here, they have a
oh yeah,
will
she definitely
Annie.
is.
They have a will they won't they, and come to find out they are actually together, like they are in a relationship together. So that makes sense that during 2020 and the quarantine at the end they show up together because they were probably quarantining together at that time.
Yeah. So there's a lot of elements in here. I just did not like it. I thought this movie was awful. Like I thought
It
I
was
was like,
bad.
this is to me, this was like painful to watch.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say like painful. It just wasn't very good, and I think there's a chance it could have been fine, but the mystery here is horrible, horrible, and it kind
It's
of makes no sense in a way.
so I watched this movie in a group, like I
Nice.
said before, and so how this movie goes, like I said, was um, they Sam is supposedly at her parents', but
Hmm.
she lied about that for some reason and she was just on a green screen, like pretending to be at her parents'
Yeah,
house.
and they never explain that. Correct? They never really
I don't
explain
think
that.
so, because
Other than
she was just at her apartment.
was it just the fact that she wasn't actually quarantining because she was seeing Justin at that time, and she just wanted to hide that she wasn't. They didn't explain that very well, and also how that she got a green screen of her room perfectly set up so she could sit in it and everything. That it looks fine. A
I
little
mean,
odd.
well, yeah, because I mean, with Zoom and everything,
Yeah,
you can do like backgrounds and things like that, but it never looks perfect. It's
no.
always it's very obvious that whenever you use those backgrounds, it's very obvious that you're using that sort of thing.
Exactly, yeah. But Sam, like, I guess they deliver cupcakes to her home, and she gets up and she never goes anywhere, or she never comes back. So everybody's
Mhm.
confused. And can we just reveal what it is, like just to kind of explain how this movie's
Sure,
stupid?
yeah.
The man that she's with, Justin, is like some dating killer, kills women that he picks up. And she is the next victim.
Which happened at the beginning of the movie. That's how the
Yeah,
setup was. There was a girl that got killed.
yeah. So but here's the thing, this killer, instead of like he doesn't kill anybody.
He
He does,
doesn't kill anybody.
and
You
these
think like there's like some dramatic, like there's gonna be some suspenseful element, but this is like the worst killer
oh,
ever.
to get a serial killer status and be this bad, it's so awful because like he ends up knocking most of these people out. It's such a funny setup because they disappear and one by one they go to this
That,
apartment to find
that
her.
that's what I was trying to lead up to, was like when we were watching with friend, like somebody made the comment, was like, do you think like they're just gonna like they're each gonna go to this apartment and they're gonna just disappear one by one? They're gonna be that stupid? And we're like thinking,
Yes.
no, no way. But then by the second time that happened, and then it happened a third time, we're like, oh my God, this is what's happening. Like people are just gonna go to this
Yeah.
apartment and just get abducted one by one. Because
Yeah.
that's what happens. Like they're just sitting in this Zoom call and they're just like, oh, like, oh no, where's Sam? Like, I'm gonna go check on her. Then that person, like something happens, like the camera flips around, and then the next person's like, you know what? Screw it. I gotta go see what's up now. And just and it just
Yeah.
happens like that one by one.
It's so bad. I think only one time someone brings up, "What if we all go together?" And it never that's it almost doesn't phase anybody. The first one, it's so flimsy because it's a guy and it's a boyfriend girlfriend, and the boyfriend's like, she lives 5 minutes away. I'm gonna get him," and she's like, "Let me go with you, babe." And he's like, "No, COVID. No, no, we can't do it because of COVID. You stay behind." And I'm guessing that's the reasoning that all of them went one by one. But at some point, you got to say in 2020 if people keep disappearing, at some point you got to be like, screw this. Let's all go together. Let's go as a group. I don't care if I get sick.
Right. If it's a life or death situation, that's different sort of
Yeah.
thing.
It's a little goofy. And it's also goofy that how the cops worked in this movie. I think that was also really flimsy because they call the cops and they're like, wait 24 hours. And it was like, we drove a cop car around and didn't see anything, so we left. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't work that way if you say that you saw a kidnapping. I feel like they have reasonable they can reasonably enter a home at that point.
Yeah. And there's a scene too where they call up Sam's parents and they're like, can you go check her bedroom? Like, can you just go look? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, yeah, no, kiddo, she ain't here, like type of
Screw those parent characters. They're so annoying.
thing.
Yeah, so and once again, this is all taking place over Zoom, and unlike even like Unfriended or Searching, where I feel like it utilized the computer screen pretty well in the use of apps. I don't think this one utilized it very well. It's definitely all Zoom with a little bit of like, oh, she's texting other people on the side. Because I always feel like the fun part of screen movies is maybe the investigating, like, oh, I'm using the internet to dig deeper. But here, maybe they just look up the news a couple times. There's a they misspelt something. I caught it. So on the news article that they send over and they read, it reads homicide HOMOCIDE instead of HOMICIDE, which is so bad. I can't believe they messed that up.
They murder all the homos. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
See, maybe that'd be a bit more fun. I don't know. No, instead of just killing Sam. Well, sorry, not even killing Sam and locking up all. None of the people that show up die either. That is so bad. Where they end up calling later and being like, "We're in a closet. 3 people in a closet," and they just get out of the closet. It's
Yeah, they wake up and they're totally fine.
so.
Like nobody's been stabbed or anything. You thinking like all these people are gonna like die, like they're dying one by one, and
Mhm.
they're just at the end of the movie like, no, they're fine, totally fine.
Yeah, no, not a single person dies in this movie. And the whole Justin setup where because I would say the main girl in this movie is Katie, who
Mhm.
Katie's supposed to be like the smart one the whole time. She's like, "Oh, I know
He's
something
annoying
weird's going
too.
on." Horribly annoying. I actually think is the most annoying character in this movie. I thought just the way she always chimed in and just like it was just really tiring. Maybe not the most annoying. Adam is pretty annoying, but she is just constantly like just very combative with everybody.
Yeah, it's like, okay, the one scene. So you mentioned it earlier. So at this point, Sam has gone missing, and people are thinking like it's, or at least half of the friend group are thinking it's some kind of prank.
Hmm.
And uh, their one friend Robert shows up, and like you said, he's like, "Oh, hey guys, sorry, I was with family. I couldn't, I could
Hmm.
barely pull myself away. I'm ready to do this party." And um, they're basically like immediately they're just like, "What did you do? Like you did this. Like you stole Samuel." And they're all like, all four of them are just shouting at this guy, and he's just like, What like I think he has like the most genuine reaction like out of
Yeah.
anybody in this movie because he's just like, what the hell? Like, what are you talking about? Like,
Yeah, I
and
don't know anything.
yeah, because they're not letting him get a word in. They are all four just shouting at him, being like tell him it's a prank. Like, where is she? What did you do? And he's just like, and he immediately like logs off because he's just like, I'm getting the hell out of here. Like, I don't know what
Mhm.
you guys are on about, but I'm leaving because I don't. This is awful. And then
Mhm.
like Katie, Katie, right? That's her name.
Yeah, Katie, the main girl, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. She would like she starts texting and be like, What did you do with Sam?" He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, where are you? He's like, I'm at home.
And he
And
sends
she's
a
like, prove
pinpoint.
it. She says, prove it right now. And he sends like my current location and with like flipping the bird emoji. And I'm just like, if I was that guy, I would never like
Oh
talk to
no.
those people ever again. If that's like how I got in there, like, and they
Yeah.
all just bombarding me, I'd just be like, we're not friends anymore.
Yeah,
Like, you guys
exactly.
are insane.
Yeah, you thought I was the killer of all people for some reason, and then like they were. I think Katie's like, he kind of had a crush on Sam at one point. Yeah. So I mean, he comes in, he's out of the movie. Everybody thinks he's a
Doesn't
killer for a
apologize.
second.
Doesn't
No,
apologize to him either.
no, they find out that it was true, and I think she just goes, "Oh, okay, that's not true. That's a false lead," or something like that, and
Yeah.
just so dumb. And there, so the movie switches a lot to people holding their phones, and kind of the big moment when they find out it's Justin. Um, Adam is the guy on the street, and he gets directed, and there's this really silly sequence of her going, "Oh, I've seen that theater marquee. I see it on my drive to work." And she literally Google Maps goes through her drive to work, and it's like down just like city streets and stuff. Like, I mean, residential neighborhoods and things.
Well, and it's funny too because she's doing like a Google Street View and it's just
Uh-huh.
loading. I'm like, Google Street View has never been that fast. Or it's like, just
No.
like are they able to like move that fast through like the street?
No, no. So yeah, Adam ends up going to Justin's actual apartment, and that's how he's able to save Sam. But then there's the big confrontation scene between Katie and Justin, and it just isn't satisfying because Katie's just like trying to be like, "Why are you doing this? What is the deal?" And like he's just like, "Well, you don't have to know." It
They're
honestly.
just like, I'm not gonna give you a reason. I'm just doing it just because I want to type of thing.
Yeah, and then and now I had to go and attack all you Zoom friends together because you
And
go.
yeah, you and you're not treating them like they're like the Scooby-Doo game. Like, and I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you pesky Zoom kids.
I do think it's funny that there's the one actor. I think his name's Brian, who's like the tech whiz of the group because
Yeah.
he doesn't leave. He gets to stay in his apartment for the whole movie.
hmm he I think it's funny that there's the scene where he's just like nervously eating cereal, like he's like pouring like a bowl of cereal,
That's
and
right.
he's just like, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. He's just eating cereal and then pounding White Claws throughout the whole
He drinks
movie.
so many White Claws in this movie. Um, and everyone's got like the masks on, of course, when they're out in public. And Adam has like this really weird wraparound one, but he isn't wearing like it looks like it has like a strap that goes around the back of his neck, but he's not wearing it, so it's kind of just like flapping around. It looks really bad. Um, yeah, what a period of time, right? 2020. Yeah, I can't.
I
We're
just
gonna keep getting movies like this for the rest of our lives.
yeah, like there was I so I will say, um War of the Worlds, I was trying to think of like which one was worse because I hated War of the Worlds too.
Hmm.
And I was trying to think like which one was worse, and it's like I think War of the Worlds may have been because I remember like the way that War of the Worlds was shot, like it made it look like it was painful to like look at. Like it was just so, like because it would do all these really
Yeah.
quick jump cuts from screen to screen. I'm just like, like
No.
and just awful acting and all
Yeah.
around too.
Tell me if this is a controversial opinion, because I agree War of the Worlds is the worst movie. I think Ice Cube's performance in that movie is worse than anybody in this movie. Ice Cube is terrible in War of the Worlds. Like, absolutely doesn't care, saying the dumbest lines. I think he's miserable. And I think maybe that's what makes it worse is Don't Log Off is a movie full of like maybe not amazing actors. It's low budget. War of the Worlds has a budget behind it, has real actors in it, and it still manages to be as horrible as it is. I feel like this is a little more forgivable, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like this one is very clearly a low budget movie, like you
Yeah.
said. And then comparatively on that one, it's just so there's money, and those are the choices like they intended to make.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Um,
like, oh, like Amazon's going to be the big hero in this movie, uh,
yeah. You know what? That
or
just automatically makes it worse.
like the drone Amazon drones are going to be like the big hero. But
Doesn't don't they give a homeless man Amazon gift cards to get him to do
yeah,
something? So
they do.
stupid. Oh my god. What a great movie.
So it's this one. It's not good at all. I
No, no,
want to make
no.
it very clear. I do not recommend it. It's a bad movie. Don't watch it. But it's definitely not the worst screen movie that I've seen, which was definitely War of the Worlds so far.
Hmm.
But needless to say, though, this was still pretty awful, pretty painful for me to sit through. Like I said, it's one of my least favorite movies we've had to cover on
Oh
this
wow,
show.
really?
Uh, yeah, it's not good. It's
Hmm.
not good at all. I would I would say strongly avoid this one.
No, and I agree. It's a very high not recommend. You don't have to watch it at all. It's just it's bad. Um, just all around, just kind of just cheap, weak, and oh, and we didn't even talk about the very end. We have to bring up the fact that Katie and Sam are together a year later after all of this. All the friends are in a Zoom call together, and Katie looks at Sam at the end of the movie, kind of gives this like almost like they were trying to set up that maybe she was the bad guy the whole time. I did you get that vibe?
No,
It's a very weird ending. Watch it again. Watch it again because that was my
oh,
fiance also pointed that out.
I thought they were just more doing it like they're a couple now. Like they're like
Oh, really? Maybe that actually could make
because
sense.
they were like living together and they were
Yeah.
and because this takes place like a year afterwards, I think. Yeah, because it's Sam's next birthday,
Yes. Yeah.
and so I assumed it more. I took it as more as like they were like a couple now and they were like
Mm,
dating.
well, then Katie's a really creepy significant other. That's what I got out of it.
I wouldn't. I think I would have rather been killed than her be my significant other.
Uh, yeah, probably. But but yeah, no, don't recommend at all. Skip it. Skip it. Thumbs down, two thumbs down. What else? What other cliches can I say?
Rotten score.
Oh yeah, 0%. This thing was
Cin
rotten.
Cinema Sending.
I would love to see Cinema Sins cover this one. Trust me, this movie deserves it.
But I think that's going to do it for this one. So, Nathan, what are we going to talk about next time?
All right, Ryan, we are going to be talking about Wedlock from 1991, and that one you can watch on YouTube and the Internet Archive. But Ryan, what are we going to be covering on Thursday?
Well, Nathan, I thought we hadn't done a nice Western in a while.
It's true.
So, I wanted to do the movie Blind Justice from 1994, and that is streaming on YouTube.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to watch that one.
Yes, definitely. And if you have any thoughts and opinions, please email us over at driveanddoublepodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on Patreon at patreon.com/driveanddoublepodcast and check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/driveanddoublepodcast. But until next time.
Until next time.